So I just watched Malignant, and I waited to look up any YouTube reviews. I really wanted to watch Chris Stuckman's review, but his title was like Malignant gave me hope. So I had high hopes. I was like, okay. Plus, it's James Wan, and his movies rarely miss. Like the ones that I remember being from him, they're really good. So I was like excited to watch this, and I kind of put it off because I was like, it's a scary movie, and I don't know. And it's funny because I watched it almost at midnight. So, but I looked up on YouTube like Malignant because I wanted to see like what other reviews were saying, and I was like, why are they so negative? Why are people hating on this? Like I thoroughly enjoyed it, like from the sound to the cinematography, the shot where she's running around in her house, you can see from above. Dude, I was like, oh, this is amazing. Like the lighting, the tension, the dialogue to me wasn't cheesy. It had comedic moments, but it fit into the whole entire thing. It wasn't like, oh, this was no. And again, I don't know if I just, why did I say anyways, sorry, my brain sometimes is a little scattered. But each actor was phenomenal. Like there wasn't an actor where I was kind of like, she didn't do that great of a job, or he didn't really do. No, they were all really well done, and they all contributed to a story. It wasn't like, this, this character's kind of just like on the sidelines. Like each of them did, even the mom. And I can personally say that I did not see that coming at all. I mean, I guess even at the I'm gonna be honest, at the beginning I was like, is this like an alien thing? Like why does that thing look like an alien? Because you could only I saw the biohazard sign. You could only see somewhat of his facial features and like the arms, and I was like, what is going on? What is this? And then I thought it was like a biohazard thing, so I was like, okay, I was, and then I was like, no, it's what doesn't seem like it. um, and I didn't pay attention to like the intro, which I mean, if you do, you can kind of see what's going on a bit. But yeah, when it's revealed, I was blown away. I was like, okay, so it's exists, but it doesn't exist. Like I thought it was gonna be like lights out situation where it's kind of like an entity or something. Entity, and I can't speak any words. An entity. But dude, when her mom, like when her birth mom falls from the roof, and you realize that that's her house, that he's been in his attic, but his attic is her attic because it's the same. I was blown away. I was genuinely blown away, and the design of it to me did not seem like, I was impressed. I was impressed, and like the way that her bones just contort, and it's amazing, amazing. And the thing is, like, in my near the end, when like the hospital bed falls on her sister, and she's like, it was my body, like I could do it as well. I think it's just because he had like this unlimited capacity, in the sense like he didn't find any restrictions. So it's kind of like how moms, when you see like that story of like, mom lifts the car when her kid's in danger. I think kind of like that, like her, because he was so unrestrained with her body, like he could practically do everything. Like I was convinced. I was like, oh, this doesn't seem far-fetched. I genuinely didn't. I was like, he was doing everything, anything, and he was just like, yeah. I didn't really understand the things with the lights sometimes. I was kind of like, did he acquire like powers or like something, considering he, like, what was that going on? I didn't really get that part, but I don't have to get it. I don't. It doesn't ruin the experience to me that he could control like lightning, electricity. I guess when they like, put the thingies on her head, maybe like all the experimentation that they did probably did something. There was one part that, okay, hold on, I'm thinking. Oh, there was a question that I had that I was kind of like, well, I'll probably remember later. But again, I was so impressed by absolutely everything. The main actress does a wonderful job, and like literally there's no bad actor in this. There's none of them are like slacking or like no. I really really enjoy. I've never seen the sister, the actress. I've never seen her in other movies, but she did such an amazing job. Like this, it was so well done. Like genuinely well done. Like everything. Like dude, I was blown away. Like I just told you, I just finished this like literally like 5 minutes ago. Blown away. Like I probably gonna recommend this to people and be like, you need to watch this because oh my god. And it's so scary because even though it leaves off in like this, well, it kind of leaves it off ambiguous because even though she didn't kill all these people, I guess she did, but she didn't. So, can she be in legal trouble? But the thought that this man lives in her brain, always there, is terrifying because even though she put him in like a mental prison and he was gone for years until her abusive boyfriend smacked her head open, and he was feeding off of her by like ugh, it's scary. Like even when you're like shown her head coming apart and the face coming, oh dude, it was. And I really loved that they didn't prolong the whole like she's crazy and the cops don't believe her. Like they straight up show him fighting with Gabriel and like he's like, well, he's real because we're seeing him, and of course later they're like, it's her. I mean, a lady just dropped from your house, your attic. And the fight scenes were phenomenal, and the level of gore was just perfect where it didn't feel, I mean, it's gonna sound funny saying it didn't feel too much because like the police scene, Gabriel literally slaughters everyone, but it was still not over the top, which it sounds kind of like, but it, like in my eyes I feel like it was enough. It was good. It wasn't too much, it wasn't too little. It felt realistic, which I know is kind of like, you have someone literally dangling from corners in the room. But dude, I just didn't expect it. I generally thought it was gonna be like, oh, it's like a ghost or like something, but when it was like an actual her, oh dude. And the scene where she goes to the orphanage, and that was scary. Okay, I wanted to when I saw her back at home, I was like, oh, she's safe, thank goodness. But because up till that point, I didn't know that, you don't know that Gabriel is part of her, and so I was like, oh my god, this killer's gonna follow her and then he's gonna kill her sister, but no, dude, it was just, it was amazing. I guess he didn't like her, which, in his eyes, he felt abandoned by his mother and then by his sister, so I guess, because, like, I was, like, at the beginning, I remember she sees him running towards her, and so she, like, he pushes her against, like, the nursery door, and she falls, and I guess in that case is, he's making her see this and all that stuff, but yeah, he did not like her. And then the mom thing, I did see that coming because she looked just like her daughter, like the same bangs and everything, like they looked related. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be her mom. Oh dude, I don't understand why people don't like this movie. I generally, like, I guess I understand it, I guess, but like it was so entertaining, it was so good. I feel like it was something new. It wasn't like, a ghost, or wasn't like, it was just something, like the concept of the teratoma parasitic twin has been done before, but the way that it was done, oh, dude, the scene when the police station where the other women are like beating her up, and then she just starts seizing, and then the cracked skull, and then, oh dude, phenomenal. Dude, it was so good. I don't know who I can recommend this movie to because a lot of my family, they don't really watch scary things, and the friends, they don't also watch that many scary things, so I will be recommending it on the internet, you know? Like, why not? But if you're watching this, that means that you also enjoyed it. So please tell me why you enjoyed it, because, like I said, I don't really have a lot of people to talk to in real life about, you know, this movie, especially if it's horror related. But dude, I kind of want to make my parents watch it with me, you know, be like, hey, I feel like I don't know, it might be too much for them, but yeah, and no critiques. Well, the only critique was of like, why was he, you know, capable of the lightning? Also, the phone calls. How do you do that? Well, I guess that goes with the lighting and the electricity and controlling that. So yeah, I still don't get why he was able to do that. I guess when he would get like zapped, you know, they did so many experiments on her, so it makes sense. Um, Other than that, dude, everything was just so well done. Well done. Oh, and all these characters, the majority of them, never made a decision where I was like, these are kind of dumb decisions. No, they were all pretty smart. They were all like, you know, when the first moment when she comes home, well, not the first moment, the second moment when her house gets re-broken into, and she deadbolts everything, I was like, she's smart. And then, dude, I could talk about this movie for like ages, honestly. Like, it was that good. But yeah, I'm probably gonna make my ass. Probably gonna force someone to watch it with me again because it was just so good. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say because this really isn't like a review or analysis because it's just me like literally just watching it 5 minutes ago, and I just kind of wanted to put my honest opinions and like feelings out there. But yeah, like it was just good. Like James Wan, I know like this movie has mixed reviews of like but I hope it does really well. So James Wan can keep making these type of movies because the concept and everything was like tremendously done. Like like I said, the shot where she's running in her house, dude, I was like, what am I watching? What is this grade 8 production? Like, it was amazing. It was amazing. And oh, and the little girl who literally plays like everyone's childhood character, which like Captain Marvel, uh who else does she play? Does she play like Sabrina? I think she plays Sabrina. I don't remember who else she plays, but she plays her as a child with like black hair, and she's always good. There's no complaints. She's a great actress. So like, but I was like, oh my god, it's her. So yeah, I genuinely enjoyed it. I don't think that there's a need for a second one. I think this is kind of like a standalone movie. Even though at the end she's like, I'll be ready, like, you know, I don't think there's, no. I think this is good for just this one. Keep giving James Wan money. Keep funding his projects so he can, you know, keep pumping out these levels of movies. And yeah, James Wan, also please return to the Conjuring universe. I would appreciate it because his movies were amazing. So yeah, that's all I gotta say.